is Dark Justice in the dark green sleeves, followed by Dynamic Ranger. Jamie Moore here, back from injury, in the light blue with a maroon chevron and sleeves. Followed then by number 1, Are They Your Own, in purple with a yellow hoop and hoops on the sleeves. Number 1, Are They Your Own. The runners will turn and they'll canter back up the hill past us here in the stands. The start for this race just beyond the winning post. So they'll have just under 2 complete circuits of the course. There are 2 non-runners, numbers 8 Native Robin and 13 Ellie's Choice. So that leaves 11 runners to face the starter here. The favourite is Argot at 15-8. And then on 9-4 is Mountain Fighter, See the Rock at 3-1, and it's 12-1 Dynamic Ranger, and bigger prices the others. The journey, 2 miles and a furlong and a half. Starting time is 2 o'clock. Have a good day.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to say there are Best Turned Out awards throughout the afternoon. And the horse chosen in this race as the Best Turned Out is number 3 on your card, Argo. And the award goes to Yanab. That's, I hope I pronounced that correctly. But anyway, whether it's pronounced correctly or not, Yanab picks up the Best Turned Out award.
One of the runners having to be led back towards the start. This is Joe Parn and Tom Garner. And happily, Japan now joining the other runners. On the big screen is See the Rock, Richard Johnson, clear in the Jockeys Championship in the JP McManus colours here. And the runners about to come out onto the course for this opening race of 7 this afternoon. Argot on the big screen there in the white sleeves. Japan just playing up again. So waiting for Japan to come out onto the course. And he's out on the course now, so hopefully he'll line up with the others. They'll turn. They're coming in now, facing up to the starter. A few strides off, the flag has been dropped, and they're off and racing. Japan and Dark Justice were the last two away as they race towards the first flight. And on the inside, Are They Your Own was the early leader. Slight mistake at the back by See the Rock. Richard Johnston's got his hands full in the early stages as the horse is pulling hard. And it's Are They Your Own that leads, rounding the top bend, followed by Argo on the outside of the black-jacketed Mountain Fighter. And they're followed by See You Jimmy in a yellow jacket. Menace on the inside of On Your Max, and then Magna Carta. Dynamic Ranger further back. Then the heavily restrained See the Rock from Dark Justice, and Japan is the back marker. Clearing the second, all safely over. And Are They Your Own, a dual winner, and with a double penalty here, leading the way. Nick Slatter in the saddle. Leads by a couple of lengths to Argo, then Mountain Fighter on the inside of See You Jimmy, and On Your Max towards the outer in blue with white sleeves as they run down the hill towards flight number 3. So about to cross this flight, and Are They Your Own lifts off about a length and a half ahead of Argo with Mountain Fighter on the inside, On Your Max, then See You Jimmy. Up the inner is Dynamic Ranger. Menace is close up. See the Rock is not far behind them, but has pulled all the way so far. Followed by Dark Justice, Magna Carta, and detached by about 5 lengths is Japan. So about to swing into the home straight for the first time in this mid-Sussex flooring and carpets novices hurdle. And it's still Are They Your Own who leads the way, tracked by Argo in the white sleeves, with on the inside Mountain Fighter, Aidan Coleman in the familiar black Bloomfields jacket. Over that one from See You Jimmy out wide, with See the Rock also getting very handy indeed in the McManus colours under Richard Johnston, green and yellow hoops. They are followed by See You Jimmy and Dynamic Ranger right round the inside. Menace, Dark Justice, Magna Carta, and finally Japan. Well grouped together. The pace doesn't look to have been too strong, and it's Are They Your Own that continues to lead as they complete a circuit and now race uphill towards the next flight. Are They Your Own from Argo, See the Rock, and On Your Max with on the inside just tracking the leader Mountain Fighter. Dynamic Ranger remains within 4 or 5 lengths of the lead under the returning Jamie Moore as they run round the top bend. 1 or 2 beginning to struggle a bit. A Menace, See You Jimmy, and Japan, they all suddenly have a bit of work to do. Dark Justice at the tail end of the leading group as On Your Max comes under a bit of pressure. On to the next. This is 4 out, and it was still Are They Your Own that led from See the Rock in second. Argo is third, and then Magna Carta in the red jacket on the outside of Mountain Fighter. This group of 5 have kicked 2.5, 3 lengths ahead of Dynamic Ranger. Then On Your Max, Dark Justice, and Menace as they run down towards the third last flight of hurdles. A few in with a chance here. Are They Your Own has made all the running so far, continues to just lead the way from Argo. Argo jumping up well there. Less good was See the Rock, who went out to the right and lost ground. Mountain Fighters on the inside of the improved Dynamic Ranger, and then Magna Carta and See the Rock as they run round the railway bend, and Argo is sent past Are They Your Own. Dynamic Ranger is poised to challenge under Jamie Moore around the outside, and then Mountain Fighter about to swing the corner with 2 flights left to jump, Are They Your Own gives way, and it's Argo that leads them in from Dynamic Ranger in second. Mountain Fighter on the inside, on the right under Aidan Coleman, coming there with a chance, but Argo leads the way at the second last. Argo by 2 to Mountain Fighter. Dynamic Ranger now struggling to make any further impression. Argo has clouted the last flight very hard indeed. Still leads by 2. Needs picking up here by Noel Feely. Mountain Fighter is challenging on the stand side. Mountain Fighter beginning to get up from Argo. Argo fights back, wins. Argo recovers from that appalling error at the last to hold the late run of Mountain Fighter. Dynamic Ranger back in third from Are They Your Own. Then Menace, followed home by On Your Max. See the Rock, who pulled far too hard. There followed by Magna Carta. Dark Justice, further back to Japan, and See You Jimmy was last.
First, number 3, Argot. Second, number 2. Third, number 4. The fourth placed horse, number 1. The full result of our first race of the afternoon, the Mid-Sussex Flooring and Carpets Novices Hurdle Race. First, number 3, Argot. Second, number 2, Mountain Fighter. Third, number 4, Dynamic Ranger. And the fourth placed horse, number 1, Are They Your Own? The distances were half a length and 10 lengths. Half a length and 10 lengths.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the winner's enclosure. Your winner, Argo, of the Mid-Sussex Flooring and Carpets Novices Hurdle.
And Menace as they run down towards the third last flight of hurdles. A few in with a chance here. Are They Your Own has made all the running so far, continues to just lead the way from Argo. Argo jumping up well there. Less good was See the Rock, who went out to the right and lost ground. Mountain Fighters on the inside of the improved Dynamic Ranger, and then Magna Carta and See the Rock as they run round the railway bend, and Argo is sent past Are They Your Own. Dynamic Ranger is poised to challenge under Jamie Moore around the outside, and then Mountain Fighter about to swing the corner with 2 flights left to jump. Are They Your Own gives way, and it's Argo that leads them in from Dynamic Ranger in second. Mountain Fighter on the inside, on the right under Aidan Coleman, coming there with a chance, but Argo leads the way at the second last. Argo by 2 to Mountain Fighter. Dynamic Ranger now struggling to make any further impression. Argo has clouted the last flight very hard indeed. Still leads by 2. Needs picking up here by Noel Feely. Mountain Fighter is challenging on the stand side. Mountain Fighter beginning to get up from Argo. Argo fights back, wins. Argo recovers from that appalling error.